All right, guys, we don't come again. Now, the same Wike matter. Now we still there, so. Wike was asked the time when Tinubu got a day office, I got to destroy this country, Nigeria. They asked him, what surprised me for Wike response was, Wike was indirectly, stylishly blaming Buhari. Because according to Sheun say, Tinubu's 2 years is worse than 8 years where Buhari take the office. Wike started indirectly blaming Buhari, and the same Buhari came from their party, their satanic APC party. Not say Wike pull left for here, he pull left for here. We don't know where they are at the moment. But the same Buhari came from satanic APC. And Tinubu right now belong to the same satanic APC. And as we speak, nobody is arresting Buhari. Although they say Buhari the hospital, as we speak right now for London for here, the address and everything, you get the way today. Not that one make us come right now. But it's shocking to see how our political leaders in Nigeria are taking advantage of us. I'd like us to listen to what Wike have to say concerning satanic Tinubu's regime and APC regime in Nigeria. Let's listen to this, guys.
I think we should go to issues of whether this government that you are serving is deserving of Nigerians' sympathy, because you saw what happened. Literally, the PDP has been emptied into the ADC.
How?
You saw a lot of people that went into the ADC, into the opposition coalition. David Mark is in ADC.
Yes.
Mr. Atiku Abubakar is part of the coalition.
Yes.
Governor Tambuwal is part of the coalition.
Yes.
Someone like Bolaji Abdullah is part of the Dele Momodu is part of the coalition.
Yes.
It looks literally, if you look at the faces of the people right there,
okay,
these are the heavyweights. They're probably one of the most prominent in the PDP are empty. That's former Governor Suswan.
Yes.
All of them are there.
Yes.
The big question here is that APC is in trouble. And the fact that President Tinubu, they said they are going to send him back to Lagos.
I'm not going to speak for APC. But I want to say, in reality, let me take them one by one. The people you just mentioned, that are the big weights of PDP. One by one. Weight of them is a big weight of PDP that delivered its local government, its state, and I have abandoned the party. If we read big weights by I was former this. Now, let me tell you, I will start with their so-called interim chairman.
That's a former two-time Senate president.
Okay.
David Mark.
Thank God you say so. You are the one not clarifying it to me. Let us take time. How can you rate David Mark as a big weight of PDP? Let me tell you. With all due respect to you, his fellow constituency, the daughter, ran under APC, and she won. Yes, that's correct. He, as leader of the party, where all the funds are given, is not that one. Now, two things are there. It is either you are not being sincere with PDP, you are playing pranks with PDP for long, or you are not on ground. How can you be the leader of the party, a former Senate president for 8 years, from a federal constituency, and your daughter who run in another party, and win the party that you're a leader? For Christ's sake.
So you don't regard him as a... Does that take anything away from him?
No, the point I'm making is You are a leader of the party. You are a leader of the party. Every fund is started through you. And your daughter, your own daughter, running against your own party, under another party, which is the party you're opposing to, APC. And that party, your daughter won. Now, what I'm trying to say, don't give coverage to anybody. Let's open everything as it's supposed to be now. And let's tell ourselves a simple truth. Mr. David Mark, Senator David Mark, how did your daughter win a fair constituency? Two things are responsible. Either you play PDP wayo, or you are deceiving PDP. Or another father is local. You're never on grant. So APC could win. Do this. There's no way. So the issue of, are you saying that? Now, how do you regard people?
Does that take away the fact that they are going to be a big threat?
There's no big
and they
threat.
are coming
with an
alternative.
No alternative. None of that.
Minister Wike, Nigerians are suffering. They are going to take away the suffering of Nigerians away. That your government, the government which you serve in, has impoverished Nigerians the more. And you heard the analysis of Mr. Amechi yesterday.
Oh, no, Amechi has never had any analysis.
Are Nigerians not suffering, Mr. Wike?
No, I'm coming to tell you. Let me tell you, first of all, does it rely on the man who was in government? I will come one by one. And I want to tell Nigerians this. I have no problems. I've never told you, as in government, we don't have challenges. Now, but Nigerians will also know. Look, who are these people telling us that we're suffering? Were there not people who are in government who are putting Nigerians to this suffer? And somebody came in now, just 2 years, miracle will be performed.
Is 2 years not enough to show
nowhere is it done. Under where we were, nowhere. Let me tell you this. Let me take them one by one. Amechi was a governor, was a speaker for 8 years, was a governor for 8 years, was a minister for 8 years. Nigerians were, he never knew Nigerians were suffering. Remember, Amechi was one of those who championed the removal of Jonathan. And he claimed and he said openly, we kicked him out. He said so because Nigerians were suffering. We kicked him out. Yes, he said so. They kicked him out. He went out. No problem. He was proud of it. He wanted to be somewhere. He didn't do. Now his government came from 2015 to 2023. What happened to Nigerians? Nigerians were in heaven. Nigerians were not suffering. Everything was going normal. There was a train bomb from Abuja to Kaduna. You know, they bombed the train. There was no train again from Abuja to Kaduna for how many years? That was under Tinubu'S government. Is that correct? Is that correct? Is that correct? He was the Minister of Transportation. They bombed the train. Was Tinubu the president then? Why can't we tell ourselves the truth?
But does it take away the fact that Nigerians are suffering now?
No, I'm coming.
We thought Buhari government was worse for Nigerians.
I'm coming.
For the livelihood of
I'm coming. You were there for 8 years. 8 years. 8 years. Not 8 months. 8 years. This man came just 2 years. I put steps. If you were there for 8 years, you could not put steps to correct what has happened. Right? This man just 2 years. I say, I had them tell you that the coalition started 18 months ago. 18 months ago. 18 months ago. which means Tinubu was in office for 6 months. For 6 months. He started coalition.
Maybe they've seen that there's no capacity.
No, I'm coming. Nigerians told them within 6 months they are suffering.
And Nigerians not suffering.
No, listen now. I'm coming to the point. You see, I will tell you. Who caused the suffering? And who's trying to solve the problem of the suffering now? Are you blaming the man who's trying to solve the problem of suffering, or you who caused the problem of suffering? Are you not supposed to say, let's support this man who will put processes and start to correcting the problem that they're suffering? But you who caused the suffering, I'm coming. So, it's unfortunate, and this is what I don't like in this country. People like you, all of us, should educate Nigerians. Enough is enough. Stop insulting us. Don't be using our name to say we are suffering. Don't trivialize the sufferings of Nigeria. Don't trivialize the challenges Nigerians have. Sir.
How do you explain the enormous debt that has been accrued to this country under this government in the last 2 years?
No, sir.
Which is more than what we have seen in the last 8 years.
No, it's not correct, sir. It's not correct, sir. Have the facts correct.
So, Minister.
Yes.
Your government that you serve in need to explain to Nigerians that the suffering that they are feeling right now, the cost of transportation that have gone up, the cost of food that have gone up, food inflation that have gone up, unemployment rate that have gone up, a lot of the indices of the economy that is unfavorable, how do you explain to them when their lives in the last 2 years is worse than they've seen over the last few years?
So, that's not correct. Not correct. Now, let me ask you one question. Now, unfortunately, the government came, took over from, I'm not trying to criticize. See, that's why I've also been careful. If you watch Mr. President, be careful. He took over an economy that was gone. Was gone, totally gone. Take, for example, the fuel
subsidy remover.
That's for example. Everyone says this was a scam. This was a scam. Agreed. So what do we do? He can say, no, I will not allow this again. Has to go. In saying that, there have been a lot of challenges. But a lot of money will be put in the hands of states or the federating units. And what the president did today, there's so much money in the hands of states, whether anybody likes it or not. There's so much money. Now, I'm not saying that you have utilized the full advantage. But what you must ask yourself, yes, are there steps taken? And you cannot tell me here that within 2 years, the whole problems would have been solved. So if anybody says that, and that's what I don't like him.
Are you asking Nigerians to be more patient?
Well,
they've been patient for 2 years. How much more patient do you...
But you were there for 8 years. You saw what happened. The whole thing had collapsed. Nigeria was to be buried.
Would Nigerians die more?
No, the point I'm making...
in the last 2 years.
Why not say the Nigerians was ready to be buried? Luckily, he has not been buried. Somebody has come in. No, I will not allow you to be buried.
So Tinubu is a savior.
By the grace of God, he's doing everything to make sure that, look, see where we are. Sorry. I'm going to take a decision that will be hard. But if we sacrifice, we get there. Mention anywhere in this world, in 2 years, economy that was gone, dead, buried. And somebody comes up to say, for you to survive this, you must take hard economic decision that will not be too palatable. But if you support us, we'll come out of it. And that is what he's been doing and which is correct. Like I told you, if these people are talking about coordination, They are sincere. You know, I want to say this. I wish you are a product of. We want people to say to Nigerians, listen. People who now come to say Nigeria was dead. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is okay. Assuming you do not consider. They were in government for so many years. What did they do to make sure we are not in that? Let me take, for example, Ralph Aribosala was Minister of Interior. Come on, for Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. You know what I've been in at the airport? Look at this young boy, Tunji. See what he has done. Ralph Aribosala was the Minister of Interior. What did you do? See, this is why I say, look, I have no problem in you talking to me. When you are talking to me, you had an opportunity, you are Minister, for example, of FCT, for example. You are Minister of Interior, for example. You will tell me, as Minister of Interior, what steps did you take to make sure, as far as anything that concerns internal affairs and immigration, what you did? Nothing. Now, you are Senate President, number 3 president in the world, in the country. What steps did you take? What did you support? To say, look, our country cannot continue like this. All these people who are telling you today of coalition, that's what I always ask people. I have no problem about coalition. Who is talking to me about coalition? The man who has been in government for how many years? Take for example. The man was a governor in NAIJA State at the age of 36. 36. He became Minister of Communication at the age of 38. He became a minister at the age of 51. He became a Senate President at 59 for 8 years. Now tell me, when you were the governor in NAIJA, what did you do there? When you were a Minister of Communication, if you remember when the man was Minister of Communication, he said that the phone is not for the poor. Today, he is telling Nigerians he wants to rescue Nigeria.
I mean, if you just a moment. Just a moment.
You see, these guys, they play with us because they already know that we, the people, we are not united. We are good in fighting ourselves. You can see on our social media, on our live broadcast every day, how people particularly come in to fight me. You understand? So these politicians, they don't know us to that extent. Say, we don't like ourselves, we are confused, we fight against ourselves, or or in whatever, any inconsequential argument that comes in, we are good to fight ourselves. Why politicians are triumphing? They are using our money to enrich themselves and their family, and they are mounting the wealth for themselves. That's it. What do I know? This is Nigeria Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that affect you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.